They say loneliness can creep in like a thief in the night. Quiet, seductive, and dangerous. When the person you vowed to love is far away, sometimes your heart starts whispering to someone else. I never imagined that a simple night would turn into something that would alter the course of my marriage forever. But I need to tell this story not to be judged, but to be understood. This is my confession. A moment of weakness. A night I both regret and cherish. And it all began the night my husband was away. My name is Alina. I'm 34, married for almost 10 years and the mother of 2 young children. From the outside, everything about my life looks comfortable, maybe even enviable. A loving husband, a modest home in the suburbs, and a routine that screams stability. But no one sees the silence between us when the lights go off. No one sees the ache I've hidden beneath years of being the good wife. My husband, Daniel, works in corporate finance. His job demands long hours, business trips, and constant stress. Over the years, we drifted into a pattern. He'd come home late, tired, barely present. I understood the pressure he was under and I never blamed him. I supported him the best I could. But somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling like his priority. That week, Daniel had left for a 4-day trip to New York. It wasn't new. I was used to it by now. Tucking the kids in alone, eating dinner in silence, scrolling mindlessly through my phone before bed. But something about that week was different. It was on the second night that I got a message. "You still up?" The name on my phone made my heart stutter. It was Ethan. Ethan was my husband's best friend. Tall, charming, and always a bit too flirty, but never inappropriate. He was the kind of man who could make any woman laugh. And I'd be lying if I said I hadn't noticed the way his eyes lingered on me during dinners and family gatherings. He and Daniel had been best friends since college. Ethan had been a groomsman at our wedding, and he'd remained in our lives like a quiet shadow ever since. I stared at the screen for a minute before replying, "Yeah. Can't sleep." What followed was a simple, seemingly innocent conversation. About work. About the kids. About how tired I felt. Ethan listened. Really listened. And for the first time in a long time I felt seen. The next night it escalated. He asked if he could stop by. "Just to talk," he said. I hesitated. I told myself it was harmless. I told myself I was lonely and needed company, nothing more. The kids were already asleep. I wore a long cardigan over my pajamas and made tea. When he walked in, something shifted. The way he looked at me, there was hunger in his eyes, restrained but undeniable. We sat on the couch talking quietly. He asked about Daniel, about me. I told him the truth, that I felt invisible, that I missed being touched, held, desired. My voice trembled as I spoke, not from fear but from release. He didn't speak for a long moment. Then he said, "Alina, I've always wanted you." I should have stopped him. But I didn't. His lips brushed against mine gently at first, like a question. I answered it. The kiss deepened. My cardigan fell. Tea went cold on the table. And for the first time in years I felt desired, not just as a wife or a mother but as a woman. We spent the night together. It was passionate, overwhelming, and tinged with guilt even as it unfolded. He held me as I fell asleep, my mind a storm of emotions. When I woke up the next morning, he was gone. A simple note on the table. "You deserve to feel that way. I'm sorry." The guilt hit like a tidal wave. I showered 3 times, scrubbing myself clean of a night I couldn't forget. The next day Daniel returned. He kissed me hello, tired and distracted as always. I smiled and pretended like nothing had changed. But I had. I thought I could move on. That I could bury it. But the truth had a pulse. And it lived in my chest every time Daniel touched me. Every time I saw Ethan again, and I did. Family barbecues, birthday parties, school events. We never spoke of that night again. We never repeated it. But the silence between us screamed the truth. I know what you must think of me. I've thought it too. But I was lonely. I was broken. And for one night I felt whole. It didn't fix anything. In fact, it made things worse. I realized how much I was craving something more, connection, passion, presence. Daniel never found out. Maybe he suspected something. Maybe he didn't. We eventually sought counseling. We're still together, but I'm not the same woman he married. That night with Ethan lingers. Not as a fantasy, but as a mirror. Reflecting the parts of me I had buried. Parts that still ache. I don't excuse what I did. I only offer you the truth. Some stories don't have happy endings. Some choices can't be undone. But sharing them might help someone else see their own crossroads more clearly. If this story moved you, broke you, or made you think, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true stories that dive into the complicated corners of the human heart. This was my truth. What's yours?